Well, I got to comment some more on silver because, watch for the little syndrome called silver tunnel vision. It's not going to be, I know people don't want to hear this, but I'm not playing Craig play to the crowd. I'm giving you the absolute truth. The problem with the majority is they're always wrong. And, I just listened to something else by Raw Dog. And he sure flipped and changed his mind from probably about 30 or 45 days ago about silver being going down and all this kind of crap. After it has a few really nice days, oh yeah, I'd buy some. Well, maybe. I think it's going to increase by the end of the year too. But you got to look a little. I've been watching some serious gains here now. I looked at this earlier today. It was a little over 30. Now it's like 30 and a half. 2.35% gain just overnight. And it's been making a lot of gains over the last several days. It's getting ahead of everything. Because silver basically runs together with the commodities. And you could say platinum and palladium are also in big shortages. Now some days you're going to see platinum and palladium move up more than silver. That's what's going to happen. And also oil, if we're seeing the effects of QE, inflation, or devalued dollar, you're going to see oil go up. And what's going to happen there is that's going to kill the economy. If it kills the economy, it kills industry. So we're always going to have this pullback. Now, I'm not basically doom and gloom on silver. I've never said that it was going to go to 21 or 20 or 18. Never said it. Never said it. I don't know. I kind of lost, I kind of seen what that guy was about too. I mean, you're all a bunch of bullshit on this damn YouTube. Very unprofessional financial advisors. That's why I only listen to Mark Faber pretty much. And they are professional advisors. It's the only place I could see where people can make 6 digits advising people, giving them bad advice. And that's really what I see going on here. And that kind of, it goes right along the category of Lady Gaga BS. That's what you're getting from silver. But, I'm not going to put a lot of effort into this because I don't get paid for it, basically, like, I should be actually. But I want to give you more accurate information because I don't like what these guys are doing. I mean, even Raw Dog, flipped 180 degrees. He kind of went almost to 180 a little bit a while ago. He changed his mind from it's going to stay down forever, I'm going to sell all my silver, and now he's all happy because he sees it go up. This is pretty much the trend with all these guys. SGT Bull, Brother John F, permanent bulls. Every time it goes down, it's a bankster conspiracy. Whatever. The fundamentals actually on palladium are a hell of a lot stronger than silver. A hell of a lot stronger. I could say that. There's one major disadvantage to palladium, and that's that it really never had an historical monetary usage in a traditional sense going back many years. It was just discovered in the 1800s, so it's very short-lived metal, but that one's probably going to do better than silver's, but I would not recommend getting it unless you got a lot of silver already. But I'm going to play this because I was getting influenced by these silver idiots. And I'm not somebody who was moving in and out of the market on commodities. I was basically an accountant, financial guy, but I had to be right about crap. And right now I'm using my own demonic senses. I think silver's going to hit a record high this year, probably. I'll state that. But when you're seeing stuff like what's going on right now, there still could be a couple hiccups in the euro. And just like I stated on my last video, stuff that's coming out of the news that's coming out of China still, and I could throw up the facts and all this garbage, preliminary data about new orders, exports, the primary manufacturing data that's for August is looking down and looking worse as usual, like it's been down. So guess who buys? See, what's doing is it's not so much the physical buying. Like the mint and all that stuff is buying up. I think it was like 160 times more silver coins are going out of the U.S. mint than gold coins. So the ratio could be changing here pretty soon. But it's also traders doing this. It's also professional trading houses. So I don't know this for a fact, but there could be one more slam down. Now I never ever thought it was going to go to 21. I thought it was going to go below 26. But I would not be surprised if you see some kind of problem coming up, because there's something coming up with the equities in the United States. I've been saying this. People will have silver tunnel vision. I'm not just saying this because I don't even think, YouTube probably won't make nothing on this video at all. But I just got to say is, I'm doing this as a personal favor to people. I'm giving you a straight scoop. When Mark Farber talks about, and I said this too, because it just freaking clear as a bell. Every single sign out there points that the economy stinks, yet the equities in the United States are pretty much close to their all-time highs. They're not that far off from them. Why is that? Doesn't make sense. Well, I expect a correction. I mean, not like the whole sky is going to fall and it's going to be 50% down, but it's going to be enough that things are going to correct. And when equities go down, guess what happens? The metals go down. They're high-risk assets according to traders. And traders are partly the ones that are pushing these metals up. If any problem happens in the euro, if they don't, I think they will iron out this euro garbage in September. But you're going to hear some bad news. So something's going to drive down the markets again. And I always know that silver seems to go down a hell of a lot faster than it goes up. So what I'm probably going to do as an entry point is, say this thing goes up to 33 and then it gets killed down at 28. I don't know, I'm just throwing a number out there. That's probably when I'll dump more money into it on leverage. I'm not in leverage on the metals right now, only oil. And getting killed on that part too, to tell you the truth, because I expected a war with Iran by now. But even though it's recovering somewhat, but I'm not touching leverage on the metals until I see a clear pullback and something gets slammed down. I'm invested in them, but it's just all on straight, just like physical ETFs, and that's all there is, and physical metals themselves. But I do know that when this stuff starts hitting record highs, and I don't know if it's going to go to like 6 times, one of these years silver's going to go like it did in 1979. It's going to go up 6 times and all this kind of garbage. But I don't think that's going to happen like in 2012 or 2013. I think it's going to do good. And that's a lot to do with the devaluation of the currencies. But the scenario where silver went up 6 times in 1979 was that there was a robust economy and very low unemployment, and coupled with inflation. Remember, it's an industrial metal. Right now, we're looking at a slowdown in China even further than the slowdown. It's in contraction. They use up 60% of their commodities. So I'm not trying to be against silver, because I noticed that if you want to get a super good rating on YouTube with thumbs up left and right, tell people a bunch of shit they want to hear. I don't play that game. I play to win. I play to win. I ain't sitting here trying to play YouTube. I'm playing to win. Period. And I tell you, I will sell a portion of physical silver when it gets up to $60 or $70. And I think it's going to go that high. It's going to break an all-time record, probably in pretty short order, even though there might be a little bit of pullback in September. But I'll guarantee you that every single... I hate them. They're pieces of... I can never see how a guy can make 6 figures off of this stuff. out here giving rotten financial information and pushing conspiracies left and right. That's all they do. They never are right. But people want to hear stuff, so that's what they pump out there. They're bullshit. And you know, I don't know. Pretty much everybody on this stuff is wrong. Period. They've been wrong. The only guy, I mean, I can listen to the professionals that are right, Mark Faber, but anybody I ever seen on a YouTube channel, they've been flat out wrong. None of them were right. None. But I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to sell some like when it gets up to record highs. Starts going up to 60. And I don't know if it's, but I'd have to say there's pretty much a hell of a lot of, you know, mainstream predictions or whatever the hell you want to call it that are pointing to a stagnant, slow economy in 2013. So, how could silver go up a tremendous amount then? I mean, it's going to break its new record highs. Every single silver blogger out there, when that happens, they're all going to say it's going to go to at least 100, 150, and all this garbage. They're all going to be wrong. But people love hearing this shit because it's music to their ears, because they like hearing BS. If these guys knew what the hell they're doing, they would get rid of their physical silver now, and if they knew that was going to happen, they would bet leverage. They would bet leverage. The problem is they don't know, and they're just selling people BS. That's why I always have a major beef with these guys all the way. Because I could imagine them working for somebody and advising him, giving him a bunch of losing calls time after time after time. It's like, you know, you could go work on YouTube, or you can work on CNBC, or you could be a Jim Cramer. I have absolutely no difference between Jim Cramer and the YouTube bloggers too. I think they're all a bunch of crap. There's no forgiveness with money. You either get it or you don't get it. Period. And it doesn't count until the check's cleared and the stuff is in the account. That's the rule. It's got to be 100% done. And when you're getting U.S. dollars, that's when the mission is accomplished. That's exactly the way it goes. You don't freaking, you know, I know silver's, you know, you got to have silver, but you know what? I'm going to tell you right now, that's part of the game, and that's not exactly 100% reality. You know, I like the physical metals, but, you know, people are only getting happy when the physical metals go up in U.S. dollar denominated prices. They get happy then. They get sad when it goes down in U.S. dollars. So the reality is, they're basically looking at how many dollars they got, not how many ounces of silver. They get depressed when the silver price is down. You know, so you got to put it the straight answer right out there. In reality, people want to see their asset class go up a hell of a lot higher than everybody else's asset classes, but I don't want people getting silver tunnel vision, because the commodities are pretty much going to have to run together, and they're not going to get too far ahead without a correction, because as commodities go up, the economy slows down. And you know, the metals and oil and everything else, they kind of run together. Gold runs pretty good close with oil. I think the stuff is going up, but the way it's been going up this last week, it may keep going to like 32, 33 or whatever, but you might see a pullback in September. So I got to state, you know, that. But be cautious when these guys start talking 100. I don't see it jumping straight up to 100 for a very good reason. I'll repeat that reason again. All the forecasts out there are really showing that 2013 is not going to be a very strong economy. It's going to be more global recession or depression or whatever the hell you want to call it. So the metals might be creeping up, but you know, as far as them going up 6 times or something like that in 2013, highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. But I know it sells. BS. BS sells. And that's pretty much the problem with everything. Because that's how you get all these snake oil salesmen in all these fields, these professional fields. They're a bunch of lying scum. But you know, people are smart enough to get into physical silver. I hope they're wide awake enough to listen to what the hell I have to say. Because I'm doing this more as a favor than a financial reason. I'm really not, what the hell you make off a video? Really nothing, right? I'm not doing this for financial reason. And I have to point out that most of the most popular channels out here, if they had $1 million to start with, or 10 million, and they bet that money every single time, they said something on what silver's going to be at, and they, sometimes they'd be right, sometimes they'd be wrong. They'd be wrong enough that $10 million would be shrunk to a tiny fraction of what it was worth originally. But they're just like the Jim Cramers. That's all they are, the whole bunch of them. SGT Bulls, Brother John F., Jim Cramer, all the same shit. So, I got a major problem with that. So you're not going to hear BS from me. I didn't say silver was going to go down to 18 or 20 or 21. I never said that, ever. I didn't think that. I think it's going to go up to record highs. With this run that's been happening here recently, I think it's going to continue for a little while longer. I'm not betting leverage on it, though, just yet. I want to wait. I think there's going to be some kind of hiccup in something, maybe September, October. Going to knock it down, probably not down to 20. I don't know where it's going to go to, but say it goes up to 33, 35. It'll get knocked down hard. Then I'm going to jump in on leverage for a while. I'm going to wait till I see some volatility. Something gets dropped down hard. Then I'll buy. And since I don't like shorting silver, I have a hard time holding that position. I'd rather go long, and the only time I'm going to go long is after I see a severe setback. And I'm long only in non-leverage. So, if you want to win, and I'm talking money, it behooves you to listen to me. Because my message has been steady and clear. I don't play games. I'm not playing to the crowd. And I notice a lot of times when I say silver's going up to 50 or 60, oh man, all the subscribers start coming on. But then they don't want to really hear what the hell I got to say. They just want to hear its price is going up. So and that's really how the silver channels work on here. They tell you bullshit. Jim Cramer will tell you bullshit about the Dow is going to go way up, and maybe the Dow probably is going to go way up because when Ben Bernanke prints money, you're going to see the equities go up too, and the metals and everything else. And right now, I think that has a hell of a lot to do with why the metals are driving up right now, because there's an expectation by the professional trading houses. They're starting to go long right now, heavy. So something's going to screw them up. So I'm waiting. Like I said, I'm playing to win. I'm going for the jugular. That's what I do. I go for the jugular. I don't play games. And I totally cut myself from listening to all this bullshit from these silver bloggers on YouTube and anything else on the internet. Because if they knew what the hell they're doing, they wouldn't have millions. They'd have billions. They'd have billions. They don't know what the hell they're doing. Their main income is selling BS. So that's not the game I'm playing.